of people ask me, what am I supposed to do with my hands when I'm presenting? This next clip will give you some ideas as to where you can put your hands as you're trying to express your ideas. All right, so we're all grounded. Now, here's the deal. You don't want to stand like this if you've got a 40-minute presentation. That's not going to work, is it? So what happens is people do this, and then they lose their grounding. So how do we fix this? Holding a tray, please. Show me your tray. And on your tray are 12 very full glasses of your favorite beverage. Now, wine, whatever it is, tequila, it doesn't matter what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift our weight onto the right leg, or your right or your other right. Pick a leg, you've got two. And I want you to not tip the glasses. So breathing is good. Now go ahead and go right over it onto that one leg and lift the other one up. You should be solid and grounded right through that leg. Good. Breathing, breathing, no holding breath, no clenched teeth. Good. Now the other side. Good. Now lift up that foot. Make sure you're grounded. Good. Now, keep your feet on the ground and just shift back and forth. Okay, and let your arms hang down. Kumbaya, kumbaya. All right. Now, you keep doing this in front of your audience for 40 minutes, and they're going to be air sick bags. They're going to need. This ain't going to work for long either. Okay, so we need to do something a little different. Also, when you're at a podium, you want to be able to move into your audience. Kinesthetically, that helps you connect with your audience. So you notice I'm not back here. I'm as close to the stage as I can get so I can connect with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from being grounded, take a little step forward. Now this is a weight transfer rather than a step. Okay, we don't want it like way out here. No Bridget Bardot, please. We just want to keep it like, imagine you've got skis on. Take a little step forward. Good. Now, arrive on that foot. Now, show me karate hands. Everyone say, it is critical. It is critical. There we go. So this is karate hands. This is one of my preferred ways of creating gesture. So relax for a second. Why is that? Excellent gesture is based on weight, speed, how slow or fast you do something, and definition. So Katerina mentioned I have a background in music. So I sat and looked at a lot of this from conductors for many years. This is not effective conducting. This is swatting flies. Okay? However, effective gesture allows me to see where the beat is. So just for the heck of it, let's imagine we're in a pool of water. We're going to do a little mime activity. And we're going to stand like this. And you know when you're in the water, you're going to splash someone? I want you in slow-mo. Yeah, but not like this. It's very deep water. We're like right up to here in water. Slowly, go ahead, pull your arms up, 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 pull up. There we go. And now push down through the water. Push, 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 push. Oh, there we go. Now, we're going to push something to the side. We're going to move this big box out of the way. Go ahead and feel your whole body push. Good. Now, pull on that rope. Grab the rope and pull. Feel the tension in your whole body. Yes. So do you notice that when you gesture, it's not just about what's happening here at the ends of your wrists. Your whole body is engaged in the communication of what you're doing. So karate hands, again, go ahead, show me karate hands. Now, so what I like about this is it gets us away from the wristy thing, which can look a little, wishy-washy. And it's from the elbow. Any Atlanta Braves fans here? Okay, there we go. Okay. So let's take this box and let's put it in the past. So can you all put it in the past? Right, and we place it on the table. We don't chop through the table and go, in the past we did this kind of thing. So place it on the table, okay? Now show me in the present. So let's do it. Everyone say in the past. In the past. In the present. In the future. There, right. Feels kind of dorky, doesn't it? It's like, Liz, I don't talk like that. I don't, really do that. The thing is, though, when you have your hands in front of you, it's better to have them in a neutral position so that if you need to gesture, they're there, versus this kind of thing, all right, which now you've got to try and unhook your hand from here. So everyone show me your hands clasped around the middle. Now, you can play with this, okay? What's comfortable for some of you may not be comfortable. Ooh, we've got a steepling going on here. Ooh, this is... We'd like to review your IRS return for 2010. There are a few inconsistencies. Okay, so this is actually called steepling. This is a very powerful gesture. You want to be aware of where you use it. Oprah does it a lot. She's, Oprah can, when you have $3 billion, you can do that. So what happens is when you use this, though, around people who are more senior than you, it might be perceived as pushing your authority a bit. So I'm cautious with showing people this. Just, you got to use it with caution. So have your hands here. Now, you can do this. See if that's comfortable. But if you're a finger ringer, don't do that. You can do this. So one fist inside another. Okay. Some of you like that. Feels okay. Okay. You can do the e-talk or entertainment tonight two-finger hold if you like. Coming up, Demi Moore gets more plastic surgery. Thank you. You could try that. So you really have to kind of play with it, but I like it around navel level. All right? And one of the things that I do to get people feeling comfortable with that, I don't have anything here that I could use, but like a laptop. Oh, could I borrow like a laptop bag there? Is that? Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, no, I need it heavy. I want it heavy. If you're going to do this at home, because people that don't know what to do with their hands, it's because their arms are not connected to their body. So what you do is you go home and you pick up something heavy like this, and you actually start your presentation. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really pleased to be here to talk to you about the 5 colors of jelly beans that turn me on, or whatever your topic is. Okay, and you hold this here, and then when you put it down, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. You've got tension through your shoulder, through your arms, and this feels good, okay? So now back to cha-cha. Find your grounding. Take a step forward. Show me karate hands. Say it is critical. It is critical. Step back, arrive on that foot, and then place your foot to the side. Yeah, your cha-cha is going to be killer by tonight. All right, let's try the other foot. Take a little step forward, arrive on that. Show me. It is critical. Good. And come on back. All right, and to the side. Good. Now shake it out. Stand the way you normally would. Shift your weight from one leg to the other. Take a little step forward. Show me it's critical. It's critical. It's critical, yeah. Critical, yeah. Critical. I'm so relaxed. That's what people do. It's like, oh, look how relaxed I am, but I'm not. I'm like, you look like I have to go to the bathroom. No. I'm a fan of talk, then walk. So I'm going to say this important point right here. And then I'm going to make another point, and I'm going to stand right here. You can move on a transitional phrase if you want, but ultimately, I think you have more power if you're standing still and making your point. Could you see the difference there? It's not that moving around is bad. Don't get me wrong, I don't want you to stand planted. By the way, I have an excellent trick for people who can't stop moving. Do we have people who are pacers? Any people who have to pace? Okay, fix for this. You take 2 sheets of paper, you put one under each foot, and you stand there. And if they crinkle, you know you're moving. Oh yeah, busted lots of water. Yeah, ah, she's like having a, no, don't make me stand still. But that's one of the ways I fix that. So think about it. And if you've got, for example, to your point, maybe you've got 3 points you want to make, you could make the first point here, come across to the second point here, and then make your final point back here. And kinesthetically, that can help you remember what it is you want to say. It also helps your audience figure out, oh, she made 3 points because she moved in 3 different places. Now, my background is actually in music. So the challenge when you're sitting and staying grounded is that, especially with those chairs that you get in offices, the nice big leather bucket ones that suck you in like that, is you end up in a C shape. And this is very challenging from a vocal standpoint when we get to breathing very shortly. You're going to discover this is not the best place to be. So how can we ground ourselves so that when we're pitching an idea or we're sitting at a table and we want to look like we're in the game, especially if you're more introverted. I find introverts tend to hang back physically and they tend to put their hands in their laps, and then it's not as powerful a gesture. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to put your butt cheeks and put them on the edge of the chair like this, okay? So that you're right here. Now, if you're not sure if you're close to the edge of the chair, place your hand on the small of your back, and then whack it back and forth. And if you've got air there, you are on the edge of your seat. If you're hitting the back of your seat, you're not far enough out. Okay, now I'm in a skirt, so I'm modifying this for wearing a skirt. And so I've got 1 foot here, 1 foot here, so that if I need to, I can launch myself up, but I'm perfectly balanced, even in heels. So I'm on top of my hips, my feet are grounded. Now, if you want to lean against the table, you create the third piece of the triangle, feet, butt, arms. Give yourself a little bit of compression here at the table. All right, you can do that. So leaning here, or if you're sitting right at the table, you can do that. Watch out for this. Okay. Keep yourself up. And that should make you feel quite in the game. How's that feeling for those of you who are doing? Good. Now go ahead and collapse down and put your hands in your laps and sit back. Does that feel a little different, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't feel as professional. So this is one of the things you can do. So let's get back to that position. And now, the gesture stuff that I showed you earlier also applies for when you're sitting. So show me it is critical, and put your hands right on the table, and you can put them right there and take up space. Now, the person who looks the most powerful is the one who takes up the most space. You've seen this, right? So what happens is, and particularly for women, we tend to take up very little space. So one of the things I like to suggest is that you remember Dirty Dancing? You know, I want you to own this. Yeah, it's here. Okay, so this is your zone. And I want you to take up space. So show me in the past, but I don't want it little bitty like this. I want it, so without hitting the person next to you, please. In the past, good. In the present, and in the future. There you go. So you're taking up space, rather than just randomly flapping on the table, which doesn't feel so good. Make sense? I really hope that gave you some ideas to help you. And if you're looking for more tips on how to be more clear and confident, visit www.manifestconsulting.ca.